But this next story is more dynasty. Martin Allen has taken Gillingham to the top of League Two, with his son Charlie featuring in midfield. This week, Mark Clement took Dad down the docks.
I don't fancy a sub like that Saturday afternoon. I was an average player, average at 17, 18, 19. I wasn't getting anywhere fast. And it was all through hard work, dedication, total dedication. I had self-belief, probably arrogant. And I suppose those are the things, or the traits that took me on to be a footballer.
Suddenly, West Ham supporters find a little bit to get excited about. Martin Allen. Oh, what a goal!
Monty, stay. We'll take you on the submarine on Saturday.
Your dad, Dennis, and your uncle Les both played and managed.
Yeah.
You've done the same.
Yeah.
Then we've got your cousins Clive, Bradley and Paul, have all played at high level.
Yeah, yeah.
Now you've got your boy Charlie at Gillingham with you. I mean, it's an incredible thing, 3 generations. It
is incredible, Clem. A lot of it really, I think, comes from the genetics and also from the environment and the upbringing of our parents. They come from a very rough area in Dagenham, and I suppose Charlie's really the next one to come through in the Allen chain. And of course, as a dad, I'm very proud. As a manager, I'm very pleased. Charlie Allen, can you go and play right wing and get some crosses in up the outside?
My first memory ever of my old man is watching him play football at Portsmouth.
He walks exactly the same as me. He walks with his shoulders back and his head up and his chest is out, and he walks like I'm someone, I'm something, and he's got that sort of arrogance. And I look at him and I think, oh my God, it is just like watching myself when I was that age. Well played! Well played!
Most of the time, it's just like having a normal manager. We did the same thing last year, so we've got to grips with how to get and do it properly now. So, in most respects, it's pretty normal.
Look at you! Perfect!
Well, I live with a few of the boys, I don't live with him, so you know, if we need to get some space, we get our personal space. But most of the time, we're quite mature in that respect, and we keep work at work, and we get to keep our home life at home.
Well done, Charlie! I think all of the players would say that he treats all of us like they're my sons. You're a much better player than him. Bit tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people sleeping in here.
I mean,
months under the water. That's teamwork, isn't it? Amazing. Don't think much of the mattresses, though.
Are you happy?
Yeah, it's the happiest I've been, Clem, for a long time. For me to get this opportunity, I feel very lucky, I feel very privileged. This is a big club, it's just waiting to happen. Hopefully at the end of this season, instead of being a manager that's been a firefighter to help teams stay up, hopefully, for the very first time, Clem, I could be a manager that gets a promotion. And now I think we're capable, with the players that we've got, of going all the way through, right through the season and being very successful.
Gillingham manager Martin Allen leading his team to the top of League Two, and Brian Flynn, recently appointed Donny manager, of course, looking down on the rest of them from League One, and then a little extra special guest.
Yeah, and we have a mad dog, and we have Monty as well.
Monty, who is your faithful partner of how many years now?
Well, we brought him into the studio today to have a little look around, and your producers invited him on, so...
Thank God you're blaming the producer. I was worried he was going to get the blame for this.
The secret of the success this season is, does Monty come down and train? Does he come down and...
Yeah, he does. He trains, he's with us every day at training, to be honest. He's cool, he's calm, he's good to walk with, and I think the players like him, and he's good fun.
Important to have that distraction, of course.
Did you not tell these boys to dress casual this morning?
They both come, don't they look smart?
They do indeed.
They're very smart.
And obviously, a bit of tweed as well.
Bit of tweed, Camden Market.
All right, got to be done.
Second hand, can't beat that, can you?
50p?
Yeah, of course.
Reading in the paper today as well, Martin, that you was quoted as saying you've waited 17 years for this opportunity.
I have been, yeah, it's been a long time. Mainly fighting relegation and bringing clubs through, and then trying to get into the playoffs. And I think it's been 4 or 5 playoff years, but to actually be top for 7.5 months, 8 months, I think, has been for me personally quite remarkable.
You work for a good chairman, though, I have to say.
Yeah, Paul Scully, he was really good at the start of the season, Cammy. We sold some good players. Gazinga went to Southampton, and Jarvis, of course, went to West Ham.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of money went into Gillingham in the summer. And straight away, the budget changed, and he said, great, go out and get some more players. And it's got to be said, those players have...
Was that Monty's phone? Is
That ain't my phone, I can assure you.
that your phone, Brian?
I thought I switched it off.
No one can really be sure.
No, I'm not sure. No.
Be someone.
No, so Mr. Scully's backed us all the way, so yeah, he is good as gold, yeah. Lives in Dubai, so we speak every day. He's good fun to work for as well, good fun.
Is it late August since the last time you were out of the top 2? Something ridiculous. I mean, it's been an extraordinary run. And how does that affect the season as we're getting towards the end? Does it add to the pressure? Does it make it easier because you've been there such a long time?
Well, you can imagine what it's like, Ben. Every game we play, home or away, is the cup final. You're playing the top of the league team, or if you like, Gillingham are coming into town. It has been like that, and we're getting 10,000 crowds now. So the crowds have been good, but I think we only lost once away from home all season. So the players have done remarkably well. You know, the players have applied themselves on and off the field, and with a few games to go now, away at Fleetwood Saturday, and then at home to Rotherham on Monday. And so we've got a big weekend, an exciting weekend coming up.
Are you still mix and matching? Because when we went out for something a few months back, you said that you've got 2 teams. Have you still got 2 teams?
2 teams. We've got... yeah, we have, Cammy. Yeah, we have got 2 teams. And when we go to Fleetwood, there'll probably be 5 or 6 changes, and then we'll change again.
And the lads don't mind all this?
No, they like it. They understand the reasons why. Everybody in our squad can play in a winning team. I think we changed 4 yesterday for that game. And then, you know, Saturday, Monday's quite a tough
anybody knock
one.
on your door and say, I think I should have been playing today? Or?
A couple of people have asked for more opportunities, more game time, which is understandable. They all want to play. But what we've tried to do is rotate it and trust everybody in our squad to play. And if you're not happy, come and see me. Don't have tantrums. Support the people that are playing. Be professional. And if they have got a problem...
That's one of the lads now.
It ain't my phone, I'm sure it ain't my phone. It ain't my phone.
Brian, it's definitely you. I don't know what you've done to your phone, Brian. If anyone's got your number, they're going to start ringing you
All the time. It's
imminently.
going to have to go off, isn't it? It's going to have to go off.
It was your phone, wasn't it?
Who's been
Oh,
texting
no,
you?
it's not him, is it?
Joey.
I can't say his name.
Yeah,
I can't
Joey
say.
Jones.
I can't say his name. I'm trying to sign him, and he'll know who it is. Know who it is.
I can't believe you're trying to sign players on a Sunday morning. That's either work's never done, Brian, clearly. He's got no idea how to use that big...
No.
As managers, we're always trying to sign players.
They always work.
Always got the eye out, always ringing around, and on the way here this morning, even we're ringing our scouts to find out who done well yesterday. You've got to start already, haven't you?
Oh, yeah.
You're nearly at deadline
Yeah.
day for Thursday. So as managers, we all know how bloodthirsty people are at the moment. If you're not doing your job, you're out. So we're all looking to improve all the time.
So the deadline is on Thursday for signing loan players?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll be doing plenty of business before then.
I don't know if we will. We've got 19 players, Cammy, that's it. With a couple of our young boys pushing on as well, pretty close. I watched our youth team yesterday morning, so they're close to actually being involved with us now. So
Once you're promoted, you can give them a bit of game time.
Well, we don't want to be promoted, Cammy. We want to be champions. So the challenge is to go right to the end.
Interesting. Let's get a little bit of action for you. Have a look back at League 2 yesterday with Gillingham's home game against Accrington Stanley. The top side faced a Stanley team that's been fighting back in recent weeks, back-to-back wins, home wins for them, and despite Gillingham being 8 points clear.
Talk us through this, Martin.
Only won 1 in their last 5.
Yeah, it was a great goal. We had a good opportunity there for Dion Burton. Another one cleared off the line early in the first half. But Accrington have been on a good run of form.
Liam Richardson said that he feels that they should have got a point yesterday.
Yeah, well, he's bound to say that. That's 2 cleared off the line. And they did play well second half, Cammy, but they didn't really threaten our goal. And, you know, that's the important thing. They did have a lot of possession. But here you see our right-back Fish hitting a left-footed screamer. I mean, he's been close a few times recently. And Matt has worked tremendously hard at his game. I think he's only 21. But overall, we've just been grinding out results. That was a good save from the keeper, where their right back has got forward and got in. But that is the other chance they did have, that one. But it was handball. But overall, Cammy, we've just been like this the whole season. We've just been getting results week in, week out, playing solid, steady, sometimes unspectacular. But when you're top of the league, the pressure does get to the players. You can see 10,000 people there again at Priestfield.
crowd there.
And we've got some good young players coming through. Some senior players like Adam Barrett, Dion Burton, Danny Kedwell, Andrew Frampton. They've all done really well bringing these young players through. And I think the team spirit that we spoke about a minute ago, perhaps with the England squad, is optimised with the players that we've got. None of our players have been picked in the top 3 nominees for Player of the Year by all the other clubs, and I thought that was pretty good. And we have got a good team and a good squad.
You think it's good because there's no standout stars? They're all just great.
Yeah, I think so, Ben. Yeah, I think so. I only found that out yesterday. And
you're not frustrated a little bit for some of them because of the accolade that comes with it? No, you're all right?
No, I think it's more complimentary actually to our club that we are a team. And as you said earlier, Cammy, we can keep rotating and keep changing. They can all go in and play. They can all fit into the system that we play. They can all work together. And the fact that there's no nominations for the best players in the division, in one hand, you could say, well, that's shocking. Our goalkeeper's the best goalkeeper in the division by a country mile, and so's our left back and our right back and our centre back.
Well, let's have a look at your right back again, because he is a slippery customer, Fish.
Well, I'm hooked on him.
And what a strike that is.
I've never seen him kick it with his left foot, to be honest.
Have you not?
No, he's all
What were you
right
thinking
foot.
when he goes for this here?
Ben, when I saw him cut inside on his left foot, I was praying that he was going to pass.
But from now on, you'll be saying, shoot!
When it went in, I saw the celebration. He has practised and trained harder than probably any of our players. He stays behind after training. He's always in the gym. He's always working at his game. He was a free transfer a couple of years ago from Crystal Palace, so he's gone down to Dover, and now he's on the way back. When you see a player work as hard as what he's done at his game to improve, get in the team and play like he's doing, be top of the league for the whole season, he's going to go into Division 1 next year and play. How fantastic was it?
Score a great goal like that as well.
To win the game for the club, it's an amazing feeling.
Yeah.
Great stuff. Nothing fishy about that. Come on.
So there you go, that is the End Power League 2. At the bottom, York's defeat to Torquay keeps them in the bottom 2. Barnet's point moves them up a place, and a win for AFC Wimbledon sees them comfortably away from trouble. At the top, Fleetwood are just 3 points away from a playoff position, although those above have got games in hand. No postponement for Northampton this week, as they come within a point of automatic promotion places with that win against Oxford. Gillingham now 8 points clear at the top. We've had a tweet in from the South East London Gills, I think. Have you started making plans for next season yet?
Yes, we have. Pre-season's all been prepared and nearly ready. Waiting for a few phone calls from clubs.
Is there any sort of superstition or nervousness about planning for life in the league above before this one's done?
Well, we've got plans for Division 2 and going to Wembley and getting automatic. Yeah, so it's all in place.
And in terms of that, I mean, you talked earlier, Martin, about 17 years you've waited for this opportunity. I think Gillingham finished 8th for the last 2 seasons. Was that a factor in the build-up for this season? It's like, right, we've finished 8th now. How do we go to that next step?
Well, what we tried to do was actually literally draw a line again in the sand and say what happened last year has been done. We won't go back. We'll try and bring in some new players. We recognise the fact that we need to strengthen defensively, to improve defensively, because they conceded a lot of goals last year, and that really, with 2 centre-backs and a new goalkeeper, is how we started. This summer, hopefully, we'll try to improve our attacking options, having got all that in place, and that's how this thing's been coming along. But they've got some very good young players, and these young players are the future, and they are exciting, good players. So we've got to be careful about bringing in too many players, because these young lads have got to start getting the chance.
At what point, I imagine you sit down pre-season and you talk with the coaching staff and you see some of the players you've got. At what point did you think, we've got a chance this season? These boys look like they've got some form and they could do a good job.
Last July.
Really? That early?
We had 2 weeks at the training ground, and then Gillingham sold some. Gazinga, the goalkeeper. Jarvis went to West Ham. Mr. Scally came over from Dubai. We sat down and chatted. We got our players in that we wanted. We added some extra 3 players to what we originally were going to have.
Just to explain on the Jarvis thing, obviously he was at Wolves. What was the fee to Gillingham?
Jarvis used to play for Gillingham, and Mr. Scally had negotiated a sort of 10 or a 20% sell-on. And it was actually on the night that the senior staff were out with dinner with Mr. Scally, and he got a text or a telephone call that West Ham had signed him.
Record signing as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and he had 20%.
Wow.
So I think it was 10 or 20%
was
of
I
that
out?
deal.
Was I out with you that night?
So Mr. Scally was sitting here, the owner, and he got the phone call, and he had a big smile on his face. What's that about, boss? He said, well, I've just got 20% of 10.5 million. Happy days. So as a manager, you're sitting looking at him and thinking, wow, happy days, what are we going to do with it, Chairman? He said, well, there we go. But then in pre-season, we were pretty strong in pre-season.
So for somebody who's thick like me, how much is that?
It's a lot of money.
That's all you need to worry about.
It's a lot of money. There's a lot of money.
You don't know either.
Well, they're different.
2 million, I think.
Yeah, the difference is that you've got a war chest, if you like.
It was. But you've got to pick the right ones.
Yeah.
You do have to pick the right types and the right characters. And Mr. Scally made offers for quite a few centre forwards, but we didn't get them for one reason or another. One went to a championship club, another one went to a top Division 1 club. So we kind of got Dion Burton in, who's 36, and everybody had sort of written off, and he's been fantastic for us. So I think, Ben, going back to your original question, we knew by the end of July that we had something good.
A real chance.
Gone for a Burton.
They keep cracking, don't they?
Yeah,
also,
they
Mr. Scally, we understand, bought 26 Accrington Stanley fans burgers and chips yesterday, all the visiting fans. So he seems like he's all right for buying a burger and chips.
Good on him.
Good on him.
We took 3 typical fans. Karen, who is crazy about her beloved Orient.
Leyton Orient's very important in my life. It takes over my life at times.
Gary, who's gaga, over Gillingham that is.
There is no other place to be in League 2 other than Gillingham.
And Mike, he likes Watford.
I'm looking forward to go and see what it's like, I'm going to regret saying this, but down in the lower leagues.
The 3 are competing to be declared the winner of the coveted Your Place or Mine trophy.
Keep pushing out!
Last week it was Karen's turn to play hostess. This week it's Jill Gary's turn. Gary the Jill.
Well, last week we was down at the East End. We visited Keren's local cafe, but this week we're at the home of football. We're going up market, and we're going to do the wine and dine experience.
Hiya, welcome to Gillingham Football Club.
Hello again, Karen.
Well, good afternoon.
You're looking very smart.
Thank you very much.
Court appearance or job
Court appearance, no.
Wonderful.
Well, welcome to my home of football.
It's all very grand.
Yeah, it's all very posh in here, yeah.
Well, Scottish Third Division football on the TV. Lose a couple of marks.
Yeah.
Back to 0.
Well, we'll sit down.
Thank you very much.
I noticed on the door on the way in that it says it's Blood Donors Day. Do you have to do that before or after?
Probably after.
Yeah, fine. Right.
Now, can I get you a glass of wine?
Oh, yeah, that'd be absolutely magnificent.
Yeah.
That's not the blood, is it?
I was going to say, is that the blood, yeah.
Mike's on fire with his wine funnies.
Cheers. Here's to a good day.
Yeah, here's to a good day.
And 3 points.
Yeah, yeah, all the best.
Is this a traditional Gillingham fare, Gary?
Yeah.
Lunch in a cup.
Lunch in a cup, yeah. There's only chips in a cup.
Massive, hugely exciting game last week.
We just dropped something there.
The chicken's just squirted at me.
The impressions of the day so far are absolutely magnificent. What more could a football fan ask for? 3-course meal, glass of wine on arrival, lovely salubrious surroundings. It's unfortunately for Gary and Gillingham, I think it's only downhill from here.
No, I had a bit of an accident with the meal, sort of cut into the chicken and it decided to spit at me. So, but no, chicken's chicken and it's not a chicken's fault.
Well, you got your own back. You ate it. Gillingham were entertaining Accrington and their 28 brave, freezing, travelling fans.
He's a bit more animated than he was last week, Karen, isn't he?
Yeah, but yeah. Should have hit that. There's too many people come back now. Ding it! Oh, my phone's just vibrated.
Oh, there's a goal at Preston.
Oh, the 1-0 Gillingham, Matt Fish. That's my daughter texting me. I was like, I know I'm here. I told you I'd be singing along.
Hello, ref. You been on the squirting chicken? So a 1-0 win for table toppers Gillingham. But that's not where the fun ended for our three amigos.
Who's that?
Oh.
Hey.
Hello.
Martin, nice to see you, Gareth.
Come on. Come on, the TV stars. In you come. The Watford supporter.
No kiss for me.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Martin.
Come on, in you come.
That's one way of putting it.
Been well looked after.
Absolutely, yeah. We've been on the wine and dine today.
Have you?
Yeah.
Nice food.
Lovely food, yeah.
Looks like you've had a lot.
Yeah.
I saw you on the show last week and I thought it was fantastic. And so when we were leaving, I said, I can't wait to have them in my office. Win, lose or draw. Let's get them up and let's see what happens.
Yeah, that's great.
Thank
So,
you.
nice to see you all.
Yeah,
Good luck with Watford.
Yeah, thank you, Martin. Nice
Hopefully we'll be seeing you in a few years' time.
Yeah, 2 years.
And Ulrich, we'll see you next year.
I might see you up at Fleetwood.
Thanks a lot for coming.
Thanks very much.
Watch
Cheers.
my dog.
Yeah.
Why? What's he going to do?
Obviously had the scary experience of just being in Martin Allen's office, so not every supporter gets to say that. Not every supporter would want to say that probably, but it's been a really good day. Loved it.
I've been wined and dined, as they call the experience here. But yeah, it's been enjoyable. I've enjoyed myself.
I thought it was an absolutely fantastic day. The other two seemed to love it. I think the cherry on the cake was meeting Martin Allen after the game.
Next week, Watford fan Mike will be our third and final host of this year's Your Place or Mine.
Something Chris has experienced with Charlton just a year ago. That was promotion. The first team to have that magical letter P placed alongside their name this season are Gillingham. Having led the table for nearly the entire campaign, they sealed their place in League One by beating Torquay 1-0 on Saturday. And we sent Chris Slegg to a jubilant Priestfield to ask how much further the Gills can go.
Ball over the top, good ball from Gregory. Kemwell inside the area, shoots, goes in, goal! Danny Kemwell! He opens the scoring!
I think that we have a very fit ship, and I think we can pretty much sail now wherever we want to sail.
That's it! Gills are promoted!
I think we have capabilities to go further than we went in 2000 when we first went to the Championship.
It's pandemonium on the pitch. Standing ovations for this team.
Scored the goal that's taken Gillingham into League One. Oh, unbelievable, well, especially being a fan as well. Been my dream all my life since I was a little kid. And to do that and put him in League One, it's just a dream come true. Unbelievable.
Martin Allen, the manager, employed by Chairman Paul Scally in the summer, shook up this squad and he's led them back to the promised land of League One. Gillingham are promoted.
It's been 17 or 18 years. So it's been a long wait to be the first team in the country, I believe, to get promotion like this. At this stage of the season, it's a fantastic effort on and off the field by everybody.
You need to have a good relationship between the chairman and the manager. I think the emotional side of it is extremely important, and if you can get that right, which I think myself and Martin have got it right, you've got a chance of getting a good team out there on the pitch performing.
To finally do it today at home, you know, don't get much better than that. And great bunch of lads, staff, everyone's worked extremely hard, and you know, it's been fantastic.
There's been 9 managerial changes in your 18 years here. Do you see yourself sticking by Martin Allen for a long time?
I think I've sacked a manager. I think we've always just sat down at the end of the season if it's not been going well and said, look, you know, this is not going to work going forward.
So you don't sack them, but you invite them to leave?
Well, I suggest they might be better off somewhere else.
The goals have been set. Number one, there was obviously the promotion. I've never had a promotion before, so it's been a fantastic achievement by all the players, all the staff, and the backing of the chairman. We've got a few games now to try and finish it.
So you think you could sail to the Premier League?
Yeah, I think we could. Yeah, I do. Not necessarily in this stadium, but as I say, we are working towards a new stadium. I mean, I've been 18 years. I mean, I think generally speaking, I've had 18 good years and a couple of hairy moments that every chairman goes through, but I've had the whole stadium chanting, "We want Scally out," you know. My dear old mum, who's now died, unfortunately, I looked along and she was also chanting it, not realising what she was chanting.
So what's your dream for Gillingham 5 years down the line?
Premiership football in a new stadium, really.
So there's the confirmation. Looks good, doesn't it, if you're a Gills fan? Gillingham promoted to League One thanks to that win, and other results also going in their favour on Saturday. Martin Allen now will be looking for the title to be the cherry on the cake, and you only